Hey everyone, Sandy Edwards here, entrepreneur, Shopify marketing partner and Facebook marketing partner. So I just wanted to jump on real quickly because we've had another hoo-ha-hoo for one of our clients, but it also got me thinking that you guys may be missing a trick when it comes to any sort of Facebook ads that you're doing. Now, predominantly we do e-commerce ads and cost per purchase ads, but we also do quite a lot of cost per lead ads. Now, what we've learned in the e-commerce space with the ads and the cost per purchase does transition well into cost per lead, especially for those of you running webinars, running coaching sessions, trying to get people to sign up yoga sessions, spiritual sessions, and stuff like that. So what I want to do is make this quick video. For those of you who obviously already follow me as a friend on Facebook or Instagram, you see that I shared a story with one of our clients, and we'll just go into their ad account real quickly. But I also wanted to tell you about the power of retargeting, because I know it's something that not many people do, but once you get this right, you see them cha-chings. Now, this is one of our clients. I've just put this here there to protect their identity, but it's the power of retargeting to a warm audience. So we've been running ads for this client since about middle of April, I'd say, maybe, yeah. And as we started scaling, they've increased the budget. They are limited to a budget that they can spend. So we're trying to get the most return on the average spend, which is called ROAS, which is here. So you can see they're targeting. They found different products. They found the product that worked, was like a pop-up banner. It is a kind of COVID PPE and type product, which obviously due to the current climate, it is working well for them. But you can see here they spent £1,964.64 on spend this month so far, which is the 1st to 23rd of March. Or we've spent that for them. You can see the cost per click is quite low. However, they're still getting the sales. So don't get too married on cost per click or click-through rate or clicks even, as long as you get the ROAS, because those of you on cost per purchase, that's what's bringing down in the money in on the bottom line. So you can see here, if we look into the account so far this month, like I said, they've had 95 purchases, and we're only on the 23rd, so they should finish, I reckon, around about £13,000 to £15,000. But you can see the profit for this month. They've had 95 orders. It's brought in £10,719 and 16 pence worth of revenue. Obviously, if we round that up to say £2,000, you can see that they brought in around about, I don't know, about £9,000 worth of profit. Obviously, they'd have to deduct any sort of spends for the cost of making the purchase, the actual product itself. But they've probably got about £4.5 to £5 profit in less than a month, just through the Facebook ads. So that's the power of Facebook ads. You can see we're getting them a consistent 5.46 ROAS, which is amazing. But what I wanted to highlight real quickly is the retargeting campaign that we're doing for them. Now, just have a look at this, guys, for a second. It's running at £5 a day. Just let that sink in a minute. £5 a day it's running at. So far this month, we've only spent £111.45 for them. Look at the click-through rate on it. Look at the return on average spend on it, the ROAS, the cost per purchase, and the purchase and the value of them purchases. As they crank up these other campaigns, it feeds into the retargeting. So just to go into, and this works as well, guys, this works extremely well with cost per lead. And I'll touch on that in a moment. But if we go into the actual retargeting campaign itself, right, you can see here, what happens when you show an ad to a cold audience? They've never heard of your brand or you as a person. So without any sort of social proof, any likes, comments, shares, any sort of interaction, initially you need the purchases in order to social proof the ad. And then as you get more and more likes, comments, shares, and watch time on if it's a video ad, then that helps you and Facebook optimizes it and you get more purchases. So what can happen, you've got a really good performing ad, an ad set and thumbnail, okay? But after a certain length of time, people see what's called banner blindness, where they've seen the ad that many times that it just doesn't register with them anymore, and they'll just get the phone and they'll just keep swiping up and down, and they'll just blink it. So what you do from a retargeting campaign, you could probably do this about 3 or 4 weeks in if you're doing cost per lead, but you show a slightly different ad, okay, and a more engaging ad. So for those of you doing cost per leads, testimonial ads work amazingly well as a retargeting strategy because it just reaffirms that social proof. For those of you doing cost per purchase, selling jewelry, selling items like that, you may want to incentivize the customer. So depending on your profit margins, you'd look at, say, 10% off, limited time only, things like that. So you can see here that we're running, there's different audiences when you learn more about Facebook. And for those of you who haven't done it already, jump onto Barry's FLC 7-day challenge because she'll be going into this. This is one of the things that I learned early last year. But I'm also a Facebook marketing partner, so it just reaffirmed different things. And there's things that I can do better, basically, when it comes to retargeting ads, just through the experience. But you can see here that we're targeting add to cart. So we target people who've added to cart in the last 30 days but haven't purchased. And then you can see here that we've got past 7 days. So the past 7 days will be your warmest audience. That's people who've seen the initial ad within the last 7 days, but for whatever reason they didn't purchase. Okay? So you can see we've got initiate checks, we've got add to cart last 7 days. You can see that's not working because we're running this at a CBO and it's working on the past 30 days. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but one of them will overwrite the other. So you can see that it's working on 30 days, so all the spend's been put onto that. And then we've got Facebook engagement because we know we're running the ads, and as we're building the ads and the followers and we're inviting people to like the page, what's happening is more people are interacting with the generic normal ads, and as they're being consistent and they're posting every single day, you're getting likes, comments, shares of what they're normally posting, and then obviously people who see the ad, which are cold audiences, they see it as well. And then the same with page views. So yeah, don't dismiss retargeting ads, okay, because they are so powerful. Those of you who are doing cost per leads, don't rely on a database, don't rely on a list of your customers. Whilst the list of your customers is really good, if you're building, say, 800 to 1,000 a day, because you need at least 1,000 in order to do that, you then could use that list of customers and create a custom audience and a lookalike audience based off their customers for your cost per lead. And also what you can do then is you can set up the same structure we've done here. Obviously you wouldn't have add to cart and you wouldn't have initiate checkout because it's probably going through to a click funnel. You may have it if they're buying a physical course. If it's going through to ClickFunnels and it's connected to Stripe, then you just look at your page views or your website visitors, and then you'd show them a slightly different ad. No, you don't have to offer them any sort of discount when you're doing cost per leads because they've not purchased anything yet. So what you'd do is you'd show them a different ad than the one you've already shown them, and 9 times out of 10 you want the ad to be a testimonial ad or something that of value that would then get them to click and get them to convert into that lead for you. Yeah, hope that's helped anybody. Any comments regarding this? Put any queries, comments, put them in the comments box below. You can always DM me and reach out to me and I'll help you guys as well. But yeah, just wanted to let you know, really proud of this client. When we met him back in, I think it was initially, end of March when we had the initial conversation, they were trying everything and anything during, as the lockdown first happened, and it was out of necessity to make their business work. But we helped them transition them online, and we've helped now get them to where they found the winning product and they're getting consistent profit every single month into the business. But yeah, until next time guys, see you later. Bye bye.